Hey, shalom everyone. This is Chris Shoemaker, also known as Yehuda Ben Shomer, and welcome to the Daily Drosh. You know, as a little kid, one thing that I remember is jumping from the very top of the stairs into the arms of my father below. You know, that took trust. That took trust and faith in my father. I knew that my father was a good father, that he loved me, and I had no suspicion or no fear that when I jumped from the top of the stairs that he wouldn't catch me, that he would trick me and pull his arms away, and then I would crash at the bottom of the steps and hurt myself. Never crossed my mind. I knew that I loved my father and that my father loved me, and I trusted him literally with my life. I knew that if I jumped from the top of the steps, that he would catch me there at the bottom. Yet the children of Israel didn't have the same trust in God. As they left Egypt and found themselves in the wilderness, and God told them to take the land, and the men that spied out the land says, well, yeah, the land's good, but it's full of giants. We're grasshoppers in their sight. They begin to doubt that God was really going to give them the land, that he was going to fight for them. They didn't trust God. How could this be? He miraculously delivered them from Egypt. Well, the gods of the Canaanites and the Egyptians were very fickle gods. They promised one thing and they did another. They promised one thing and they could change their mind or make an excuse why they didn't keep their word. And so the gods were hard to be trusted. Rather, the gods were to be manipulated. If you did certain rituals and said certain prayers and jumped through certain hoops and did certain things, then you could force the gods to do what you want. And encountering their own God, the God of Israel, God was not like that. He was incomparable, above and beyond all the other false gods of Egypt and Canaan. And they could not relate to him the same way that the Canaanites related to their gods, because God was holy. God could not be manipulated. So it says here in Deuteronomy chapter 1, beginning with verse 29, reading from the New American Bible, "But I say to you, have no dread or fear of them. The Lord your God who goes before you will himself fight for you, just as he took your part before your very eyes in Egypt, as well as in the desert, where you saw how the Lord your God carried you, as a man carries his child along the journey until you arrive at this place." He said, look, I'm telling you to take this land, and this journey that you've been on, this exodus from Egypt, I carried you like a loving father carries his child, but yeah, you didn't even realize it. I'm the father at the bottom of the steps, and you took this leap of faith and jumped out of Egypt, and I caught you. It's basically what this is saying. Despite this, you would not trust the Lord your God, who journeys before you to find you a resting place by day in the cloud and by night in the fire, to show you the way you must go. Trust. Faith. Do you have faith in God? Do you trust God? Do you see God as a loving heavenly father, or as this old, crotchety old man that's ready to punish you when you do the slightest thing wrong? You know, our view of God, it reflects upon the way we live and on how we live our life as believers. If you read the Bible for yourself and you have a personal relationship with God, you'll see that God is not this old, ancient, crotchety, fickle deity that's eager to punish you when you mess up. That's the view that the evil one wants you to have. That's the view that man has made through their own customs and traditions of religion, wanted to make it strict and militant and stringent. But God has his standards. God, has his standards to where that, if you don't do certain things, then certain things will happen to you. Just read Deuteronomy 27 and 28, blessings for obedience and curses for disobedience. It's just a matter of cause and effect. It's not a matter of God's mood. If you take the time to read the scriptures for yourself, you'll see that God is a holy God, that he's a loving God. The letters of John, 1 John, basically defines God as love. And he is the father that maybe you never had here on earth. And a lot of times we take our view of our earthly father and reflect it upon the heavenly father. And we think, well, if our earthly father's like that, then the heavenly father must be the same. No. God is a God of love and of mercy. He wants to see you succeed. He wants to bless you. He wants to carry you as a child. You've just got to surrender and to trust Him, even when it's scary, even when you see the giants of Canaan surrounding you. Even though the land's good and you know blessings there, you're afraid because of the bullies and because of the giants. But you know what? Step out in faith. Take that leap of faith. Jump off the top of those stairs, and I guarantee you that God will catch you. If He wants you to take that promised land, He will catch you and carry you through. He will fight for you and give you the strength to knock down those giants and bullies, no matter where they're placed in your life. Hey guys, thanks so much for listening. Go out there and have a great day. Shalom and Shavua Tov. Abraham'sDescendants.com, getting back to the first century in a 21st century way. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press the like button as well as the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and the notification bell that'll let you know every time I make a new video. And don't forget to share this with a friend. Also, visit our website at Abraham'sDescendants.com. Thanks. Shalom. Thanks for watching. Stay connected by subscribing to our other social media accounts and visiting our website at Abraham'sDescendants.com.